let's just go straight to issues concerning Nigerian football, to be precise. And in our company this morning via telephone is the former Supremo of the Interim Management Committee, who's now metamorphosed into the chairman of the NPFL, yes, the league management body. That's talking about none other than Honorable Benga Elegbeleye. Good morning, Honorable. How are you today?
Yeah, morning, Shaz. I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to hear your voice again. It's a full house. Isoke, Shegun Agbede, Femi Faroe in the building as well.
Good morning.
Good morning, brothers.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Honorable, and congratulations on a well-deserved appointment.
Good morning to you guys.
Yeah.
All right. We know that you don't have too much time. You're about to board a plane to Abuja. Let's quickly get straight to it. Let's start by confirming. Is it true that the board has stated that as criteria that all clubs must have a chairman in place? And I'm talking about, some clubs have a general manager, some have a sole administrator, but has all of that changed and every club must have a sitting chairman in place?
No, the directive has not been given. We are supposed to be inaugurated on Tuesday, so we cannot give directive in lieu of that. So there's nothing like that at the moment. So we have done. There's no directives. That all clubs must change from general manager to chairman. Everybody must be chairman. That is by way of title. No. I mean, not for that.
Okay. All right, let's talk about your position now as chairman of the league board. What exactly is it that's in store, that's in the burner, more or less, to help improve Nigerian football?
Well, we started last season. I mean, our plan was to improve on what we met on ground, and I think substantially we're able to do that. But now, again, going into the next season, we discovered that, yes, there was an improvement. Again, yes, to us. To me, as a person, it wasn't really enough because that much we can see do to make the league better, because like you starting from ground zero, it's 50%. So you was now facing yourself, I've done it. No. It's just like, it's in the process of development. By next season, we hope to surpass what we did the last season. In terms of officiating, yes, there was massive improvement, but to us, it wasn't really, I don't really get there because we noticed some questionable decisions that we feel in the civilized league it shouldn't be that, it shouldn't be so. But again, we have to praise the referees. Overall, their performance was quite good. But again, now the next we are looking at the quality of footballers themselves. We qualify for CAF Champions League, CAF Confederation Cup. Our first teams that are going to represent us now, Enyimba, Raymond Stars, Rivers United, Embedded United, by way of winning the Confederation Cup. But we feel that we need those players that can go out there and win for us. If we look at the quality of our players, the best players are leaving Nigeria and they see any opportunity to go to other countries to go and play. So again, that will definitely affect the clubs. So now we're finding a way to relieve the club and let them help improve in terms of recruitment of players and look for the best leg within and outside Nigeria. This has just be restricted to Nigeria alone because our best may not be available to win the league. So we are advising them, particularly that won the league. Since we were able to give them 100 million naira, we insisted that 25 million out of that money must be for the recruitment of new players. And we are coming to supervise it. They have to give us the list of players that the clubs they play for, the ratings of that club, and the rating of the player himself in the last season.
There are very many people that would argue with you and insist that it's not your prerogative to tell Enyimba how to spend their money on, or any of the club sides. And would they be right in making such an argument?
No, it's very wrong. Why were those people, when those that won the league for the past years were not paid anything? They promised them 50 million, they never paid them. We have to solve the money and pay them 100 million now. The idea of them going to the continent is not just go and participate, but to win. Enyimba won before, so why we are giving them 100 million naira? We have the right to tell them the money is yours. We are not going to spend it with you, and we are not spending it for you. But at the same time, we will give advice on how we feel you should spend the money. The only two things we requested that they recruit good players. Secondly, they must improve their facility. It is even in their own best interest to improve their facility. Because if you are playing away from home in your own countries, like we are playing away too. For instance, Rivers United played all their matches in our Aquabio Stadium in Uyo. So if they played in Prague, probably may have recorded better results than going to play outside their home ground. So if Enyimba, we say use 25 million to improve, and I promise that we're going to write to the governor of Abia State, that I know him quite well. I know he's a nice person. He loves football. We'll write him a letter that please support this 25 million with another resources so that it can get to a substantial state for CAF to approve your home ground for you. It's good if they play their matches in Aba. The supporters will be there, and the feeling that I'm at home, they will be there. So for that, anybody to say we don't have the right to advise them how to spend their money, I think that is not good. That's not correct. It's out of place.
Okay, just before I hand you over to Shegun, you talked about facilities, and that's a very sore point really for Nigerian club sides. Will your board be insistent on all of these teams going on the continent, and of course in the NPFL as well, upgrading their status? As far as club licensing is concerned, will that be a substantial part of your ruling? As the chairman of the NFL board.
Sure, certainly. Remember, the last season we banned some 6 clubs from playing from their home ground because we believe the place wasn't good enough. And now, for instance, Kwara United was one of them. Recently, I declared that the government of Kwara State is doing a lot to improve Lorry Stadium, which will be very good enough to even play continental matches. Then, as for those who are going, I'm confident about the stadium. The stadium is quite very good. And they have facilities that I believe good enough to host continental matches. Now, the Lemon Stars here, the stadium is quite fantastic. Then, the one I'm talking about now is Enyimba. They need to upgrade their stadium to be able to meet up with what CAF will require of them to host matches there. So it's to their own advantage. And for other clubs playing this coming league, those that we banned before, if their stadium is still not okay, we still not allow them to go there. Then again, we gave provisional approval to Abia Warriors, but we checked the stadium that they play. We just like it was a 50-50 thing. We cannot just say all teams will go outside their place to play. We now ask them to improve, which they promise to do. Before we start again, we will go there and improve. If there is no improvement, we may have to suspend the stadium from hosting our matches.
Okay.
Good morning once again, Honorable. Let's check out where here. First is, how are you doing, my brother?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm good, bro.
Great. Once again, congratulations on your confirmed appointment. I'm very happy about that because you and your board put in a lot of effort to take us, to take us from the starting point where we were. I'd like to talk about the prize money. 100 million on paper seems like a lot of money, but in reality, it's not.
Yes.
How much are the prize winners of the 23-24 season? Was it 24-25? 23-24 season. How much are they likely to earn now? Are there plans afoot to increase the prize money?
Okay, I will not be able to be specific about figure now. I know 100 million was given the last for the last winner. It can only improve, cannot go below that. But again, we had agreement with our partners, the GCI group, that we have to increase every season. That we're looking for sponsors. Obviously, we're going to get 1 or 2 this season. Then we'll increase the prize money from 100 probably to 150.
Okay. And then secondly, as the start of the league been confirmed, do you have a definite date for the league to kick off?
Yeah, immediately we finish the Super 6 in Lagos. We made the next day with the club. So we had program on ground even before the end of the Super 6 that we are starting the league on 26th of August. And we don't want it to be a tentative date. We say we are confirming it to them that we don't want. They are there for us for playing that bridge that time for us to align ourselves with CAF and the global calendar, which we were able to achieve. So we said, okay, now we start in August, finish in May. That's why we are playing a full league. Whether playing it or not, we're still going to start in August, and that 26th date, I can tell you that it's confirmed. It's sacrosanct.
All right, Mr. Chairman, what can you do as the head honcho of Nigerian football to ensure a better performance of our teams? I know you are not in the clubs, you are not a club owner, but our representatives on the continent, unfortunately, their performances have been shambolic. Even well-run clubs like Rivers United, flatter to deceive, got kicked out in the first round of the CAF Champions League and didn't go anywhere in the CAF, the Confederations Cup. What can we do to make sure this time out that Enyimba, Remo Stars, Rivers United, and Bendel Insurance can go deep into both competitions?
Well, like you said, it's quite unfortunate that every time we go out to the continent, since the last time Enyimba won that cup, our teams are always leaving the first one, and the luckier one will probably enter the knockout stage and get out of it. I feel that's why we say there must be increase. We had a meeting with them actually, and that's why we say recruit better players. And again, there must be improvement in your welfare packages for footballers. We told them that if you have footballers that are not well paid and are not happy, they will probably feel inferior, seeing other clubs they are confronting with players who look happier than them. I'm sorry to say, an angry man is an angry man. If you don't have enough, some clubs are owning players they don't pay on time. You don't expect them to give the best when they get to the field of play, because this is the cycle. That 90 minutes, there may be some psychological, effect on footballers themselves. That look, I'm not happy. They have own problems. Some are actually married, some not married. Some are parents that are taking care of, and they feel that again they don't have enough to do those things at home. It can come into their brain the moment they are playing. Then you expect very diminishing returns to their performance. We implore the clubs to play well. The reason why our players are leaving Nigeria, going to other African countries, going to Europe, is because they are looking for welfare packages. But now the last season, I discovered that some of them, like Remo Stars, improved in terms of players' remuneration. And you can now see people like Lukosa playing abroad, coming back home to come and play. Some other clubs, again, having some of the Nigerian players are left, coming back home to come and play too. I think, number one, they must improve payment, welfare of footballers, then go and look for the best leg. That's why we told them. Unfortunately, when I mentioned this, my interview, that the four of them should go and look for the best leg within and outside Nigeria. Some are saying that I'm condemning Nigerian footballers, that they are not good enough. Now, why should I say they should go and recruit outside? And I asked them, Man City won the European Champions League. Are those players all from England? They're not.
I don't know how many. Yeah.
You have to commercialize football. Football is a commercial entity. It's a business. So you don't do it as if you have to be restricted to your own environment. No. If we say that, that means everybody from Southeast Enyimba, Abia can only recruit from Southeast. Remo Stars can only recruit from Southwest. It makes no sense to me. Football is global. You can go to Brazil, if you have good players, you can pay them. But as long as you can pay. Win the club for Nigeria, that is it.
All right.
It's not going to be easy because to this club are owned by government, they don't have the money. But I hope there will be improvement.
Honorable, there's one suggestion. Finally, there's one suggestion I'd just like to put out there. You spoke about the psychology of the players, and I like the fact that you spoke about officiating can be better in life. We should never be satisfied with our current situation. We can always do better. Can we create a milieu in our league that players can win anywhere, home or away? Because I feel, our players have this, I've spoken to a lot of them, and their that mentality of, we can win at home at all costs, but when we go away, we are going to lose. And some of them translate that thinking onto the African continent. If in the domestic league, an Enyimba can go to Remo Stars and beat them in Ikene, or a Remo Stars can go to Kano and beat them there, based on what they put in, that will improve the player psychology. And then secondly, LMC in tandem with the NFF has to create an enabling environment for these players when they travel abroad, because or the clubs, because a lot of times club owners complain to me that when they get abroad, the Nigerian embassy officials don't take care of them, they don't see anybody, they're in a hostile environment. So I think everybody has to work in tandem. Do you understand? Because they're on national assignment. So everybody should be all hands on deck, to make sure, my brother, I'm begging you this morning, to make sure that the disgrace that we're having on the continent is enough. This is you're starting the league on time. They won't be match rusty. If you can put these things in place, following best practices, I'm sure the results, once we improve domestically, the results will improve abroad, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. I get what you're saying. But I want to, again, think back and see that our very first match day of the last season, we had 4 away wins, which was quite unprecedented. So as a sort of mail we put on ground. So if you give the players the guarantee that officiating will be good, and it is how you play that will give you the result that you deserve, they will play well. I will say that our referees in the past are what let me describe as killjoy. You players play well, but because and the reason for this, when I ask this question, referees are not paid for 3 years, and yet they still officiate. How can you leave Lagos or leave Aba to go to Maiduguri and officiate a match?
How are you surviving?
How are you surviving? And they're not paying you. That means that you have a family. That means that somehow you are getting this money from a particular source that is now discrediting and killing the league itself. And that means the home team will pay its way to win matches. That's what we're trying to discourage the and it worked. And I'm sure there will be an improvement. Then regarding our players going to the continent and not getting the best from officials of our embassies out there, I would say it's first not the fault of the club, but the system must communicate with the embassy. For instance, the league body, the NFL must communicate with the embassy that our players are coming. They are carrying the name Nigeria, the tag Nigeria, as a club representing our country. They are coming to play in your country. So please support them in terms of protocol arrangements. It's not that you should free them, but the ambassador should talk to them. Host them. Ambassadors should talk to them, host them to dinner and let them know that, Nigeria is quite proud of you to see you at this level. Then Nigeria expect the best from you in the matches you are going to play. So football is actually can be used for diplomatic scorecard. If we win a match, the ambassador and the embassy should be happy that Nigerian team will leave Nigeria, comes to their own country abroad, win a match, defeat their one of their popular teams there. They should be happy. So again, Nigeria need to relate to the embassy. Then Nigeria again, the league need to relate to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs even before they go. Then the ministry communicate to the embassy too. We will try and work on that. At least it's very important.
Thank you very much. Okay, please hold on for a second.
Okay, sir. Just to follow up on the question about welfare players, I don't know if it's within the rights of the board to sanction clubs that don't take player welfare seriously, because I think that it's an embarrassment to our league if we go out and our excuse for not doing well is low self-esteem because our players are not being properly taken care of, or they're not paid their wages as at when due. That's a plague on the league, and that's an embarrassment, I think. So is there any sanction from the board that punishes these clubs for delaying or not paying the wages of these players, because it then affects the performance of the players in and outside the country?
Sure, it is within the limit of the law for the league body to sanction clubs for not paying their players very well. And as a matter of fact, we're going to fix minimum that a player can earn from a club. You cannot just pay your club 80,000, 100,000. I've seen that paying Premier League. But no, before we start the season, we are calling the club chairman to a meeting and insist this is the minimum the players should earn in the Premier League club. And if we don't have the capacity, then it's part of our club licensing requirement. So we cannot just leave them to the mercy of the club owners or club chairmen by saying this is the amount they will pay them. No, there's going to be minimum limit that you can pay. Then you can increase it as maybe the way you see, you value your player. But the minimum is this. If you cannot play this, then why are you recruiting the players? I'm sorry to say this. The problem we have is that because the state government owns most of this club, all right? Most of the chairmen have been terrorized by politicians to put certain person from my place, the footballer, register him. Then the next time of them, they don't even play for the club at all. They don't see any salary. So we are now again, this is the maximum number of players registered in your club. And again, these players in the whole season, an average player in your club must be able to play social number of matches, even as a sub or not. We don't use them at all and they're on your payroll, then you have to discard them. Yeah. And again, some must come from your youth team. You must have a feeder team now, where you can promote some of your players, one or two. Like Federal Insurance is doing that. Promote one or two of the three of the players, let them be in the league the next season. But we are going to enforce such law now.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. On the issue of players' salaries, from what I hear, which I need you to confirm, the base minimum that a player can earn in the NPFL is 150,000 naira. I don't know if you.
You are very correct.
Okay, so are you planning to increase that?
You are very correct.
Are you planning to increase that?
Yes, we feel the current trend of things in the country, and we consider the inflationary rate and all cost of living itself generally, that would not be enough for a footballer in a month. Yes.
All right.
Footballer is actually playing actively.
Okay. We saw the success of the Super 6, of the Super 8 as well, and majorly because it was live on television and Nigerians could follow the process. With the NPFL season, which you've confirmed will begin on the 26th, what's the plan to put these games live on TV?
Well, we are working on it. By God's grace, I think we have reached a certain level of confidence that we feel, yes, it will happen. By God's grace, it will happen. We are working on it.
All right. My last question. Contracts of players in the NPFL. Some players are forever on loan, and those who are not on loan usually don't sign more than a year's contract, and gives them that room, to move on to, well, supposedly bigger things, because they don't have any thing that ties them to the club sides, and ultimately it's to the detriment of our football. Is there any plan to ensure that at least every footballer gets a 2-year contract from the clubs in the NPFL?
Yeah, we are thinking of first, not a 3-year, but for a 2-year minimum for a start. And again, you cannot just put several players on loan. We are going to limit what a club can send out as loan players from this season. Yeah, we have to limit the number, but we look at it already before we discovered this. The league was ongoing, so we cannot just change the rule like changing the goalpost at the middle of a match. So we feel now we are starting again. We have to let the clubs know we have a number of players that can go on loan. And again, you cannot just sign a player just for one season. And again, we want to insist that all players at least must have an agent, and they have to register with the NFF, footballers agent. So all players cannot just be how do I call it, free range footballers that have no special control. We cannot have anything like the agent you can hold them onto and actually force the agent to do some certain things. We'll try and do that now.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Enyimba, for talking to us. We are very appreciative. We wish you the best in the coming days.
Thanks, Charles. Thanks, everybody.